Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Today, as a part of our youth series, Youth, Technology and Humanity, we have a wonderful youngster who has worked very hard for many years to represent the country in a global arena. And he did that with a lot of ease and grace in a very new field called robotics, especially on the electronics and the mechanical aspect of it. This is a very unusual team from India, where it's all in the mind, while you need to program a robot to do a certain task and activity, and you have to compete with advanced countries like Germany and Russia, US, and so on, where they have been given world-class infrastructure from a very early age of their education. And this youngster stood the test and got us a medallion of excellence, which is nothing less than any Olympic gold, silver, or bronze. Yeah, many years ago, someone decided there will be 3 spots, but luckily for Olympics for skilling, which is called World Skills, they also recognize people who are par excellence and shine at a global stage with standards which are really world class. So this youngster, I'm very proud to present to you all. His name is Samarth. As we all know, Samarth means capable. Hi Samarth.
Hello.
Joining us from San Jose, all the way from United States of America. He braved the pandemic. He went there to pursue his dream. And when I had a chat with Samarth, I realized that his dream, the seeds of his dream was sown very early in his career. When he happened to visit competition, that's when the seeds were sown. I would not take away the thunder. I would request Samarth to talk about how did you get interested in robotics, Samarth? Can you tell our audience?
Sure, sir. So first of all, I'd like to thank you to have me on your show, and I'm fortunate enough that I will be able to inspire few of the audience members there. So basically, in when I was in 12th standard, there's a competition called Robotics, which is even in today, where the robots are given tasks and the robots have to perform that task within a given stipulated amount of time. So when I saw those robots compete against each other, I was very fascinated and very interested, and I wanted to build a robot say similar to them, and I also wanted to compete. Parallelly, there were the robot like Chandrayaan. ISRO was sending missions to Chandrayaan. NASA was sending Curiosity and Opportunity rover. So that also fascinated me, like how a machine which is lifeless and it is like performing those difficult tasks which we as a human being we cannot do. So that sheer thought itself intrigued me, and I made my decision that I want to become a robotics engineer and want to build robots which will help us humankind to do stuff and contribute.
Thank you, Samarth. In fact, it's our pleasure to have this interaction with you. We feature youngsters like you who have achieved extraordinary things, right? Not many get opportunity, and even those who get opportunity may not persevere with grit to get there, right? So when I was discussing with you, I got to know that in the first year of engineering, you were observing well-skilled competitors from very close quarters. Some of the seniors who were representing India in Germany at that time, right? 2013 is what I understand. Yeah, can you tell us about that experience? You are just into college. There are 2, heroes who are representing the country in Germany. How was that feeling, and what kind of inspiration you got from that experience?
Yes. So I went to MIT Academy of Engineering College, Pune, and I was very fortunate to get into such a reputed college. They have such a well-equipped robotics lab. They have very advanced robots and many machines like 3D printing machines, and they have like all the latest robots like Festo's Robotino, Mayu, and all the required like whatever a robotic engineer needs. Basically, all those equipments are present. So I was very, I would say, lucky and fortunate to get an admission there. So as our college already had a well-equipped robots, our professors, like I would especially like to take Professor Khandekar's name. He always encouraged students to join the robotic club and compete in various competitions. So in India, we have various competitions like Yandra, which is organized by IIT Bombay, Robocon, which is basically an international competition which is organized by Asia Pacific country. So they always encourage us to participate and provided even they provided funding for that, like whatever equipments and whatever we required. College and our professor made sure we had all those stuff with us. So due to that, there were many students actively participating, and we have a very healthy discussion. Among that, when in 2013, we came, like I came to know about WorldSkill, Professor Khandekar and Dr. Mahesh. They gave a seminar on that. What is WorldSkill? So everyone was quite excited. So in the national selection, our college won. So so my seniors, Pratik Sharma and Uday Patil. So these two guys made it. They got the opportunity.
3 cheers for them.
Yeah. So they represent India in WorldSkill 2013 Leipzig. So when they were shortlisted, basically our professor Khandekar sir allowed us to work with them, like to be in the same lab where they were working. So during that period of as well, Pratik and Uday, they taught us basic things and all. So that moment I had made a decision. I need to participate in WorldSkill, and I need to make my parents, my country, my college, everyone proud.
Which you did, sir. Which you did.
Yes, so
Excellent.
it really motivated me, and I made sure that in 2015 I need to represent India in WorldSkill Sao Paulo 2015. So
This is in Brazil, right?
Brazil, correct. So I started preparation for 2015 in 2012 itself. Like in 2012, my seniors were shortlisted, and along with them, I learned a lot of stuff related to robotics, to programming, to mechanical design, designing the robot in AutoCAD and all. So from a very early stage, I could say like I got the opportunity to prepare myself for 2015. But you can say destination or fortunate, like unfortunate or fortunately, I couldn't make it to the final podium in 2015. I came second, and the other team which got selected, Kamal Prasad and Dharmaraj, they got to represent India there. And I would like also to thank them, because after winning, I requested them that to allow me to help them, or I can see like how they prepared for the WorldSkill 2015. So I would like to thank them because they allowed me, and they also taught me about, I got to learn a lot of things from them. So in 2015, after when I came second, I prepared for 2017. I was there's an age limit for in WorldSkill. You should be below 23. So I was eligible for 2017 as well. So I gave my best, and I made sure that this is my last chance. Like this is the moment do or die situation was there. So I gave my best, and in 2016, India's Skills 2016, I won the first place, and I was
gold medalist. Yes.
Yes.
How was that feeling?
It was awesome, like being after trying for these many years and finally achieving the goal to represent India. And not only I did won the gold medal, I was very fortunate enough to meet a lot of people from Ministry Department, like Raju Pratap Rudy, who was then the Cabinet Minister for Entrepreneurship and Skill. And as I won the gold medal, I got the opportunity to train with industry's best players. So that
that exposure is invaluable. Yeah, right.
Invaluable, and also I got to represent, to prepare well for 2017. We were given opportunity to participate in EuroSkills 2016. So basically, EuroSkill is where European countries basically participate. So we, as a guest country, we participated even there, and that exposure also helped us a lot to prepare.
Which country you went to?
So it was in Sweden. The 2016 EuroSkill was organized in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that international exposure really, showed us what skills we lack, where we need to improve, how other countries are performing. We got an insight into that, and all. So it also helped to prepare for 2017.
So Samarth, I have a question here. Typically, when people face failure or rejection, one of the response is to give up and say, this is not my cup of tea. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe they will get distracted and move to something else. What made you stay and persevere on the same path? right? Right from your first year of your engineering, you stayed, and 2013 you were observing the champions. 2015 you voluntarily went and spoke to the champions to allow you to be part of their training and support them. What prompted you? I'm very curious.
Yeah. So even I would say there are two parts to this answer. The first one is like the parents. So basically, I was heartbroken when I came second and I was not shortlisted. So I spoke with my father. Basically, he told me a line which I still remember. So he basically said that failure, is the first step towards success. If you don't fail, uh, you will not be able to succeed, and success is not a thing which you can achieve in your first try. Everyone needs to fail, and you are fortunate enough that you failed at a very early stage. And this experience will be far more invaluable than winning the game. So that one line, and the Professor Khandekar sir from our college, basically he inspired us, and he motivated us a lot, that all this effort that you have put, you just need to focus more and prepare more. Like, there is no alternative for hard work, and
Mm.
practice and hard work is the only key to success. That cannot be replaced. So just follow your passion, and the other stuff was that I was already very passionate with robotics, so I never felt like I should stop and all. Even though I failed, but robotics and the robot performing, looking at that, the machine which is lifeless, and it is following the orders or the program that you have done. That itself, like, it makes you feel that it's also a living being. So that emotional connect also helped me to pursue this dream.
Perfect. In fact, if there is one message I would take away from this conversation is failure is not final,
Yes,
success is not permanent, right?
correct. Yeah, absolutely correct.
Good. And I'm sure all those youngsters who are watching this and absorbing every word Samarth is saying, he had continuously followed so many years, 4 years he breathed this dream. I'm sure you have made a lot of sacrifices, right? Going out with friends, movie time, all those, time was converted into practice. So can you tell us about what sacrifices you made in this journey?
Yeah, so that's a very correct point. There are a lot of sacrifices that you need to make. You are in your, very you are in your, the
Time
just
of your youth.
prime of your youth. You are just
Every one of your friends
entered.
got a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You are in a lab with robotics, lifeless
Yeah,
robots, as you
so
say.
you have just turned 18, and like, not only studying, you, like, along with your studies, you have to do this. You have to follow your passion, and obviously you don't get a lot of time to go hang out with your friends or go for a movie. So there are a lot of things I need to sacrifice. I had to spend sleepless nights in the lab. We used to sleep on the benches, and as the same lab was utilized by students in the morning, so we had to go in the evening. There were For training purposes, we had to travel outside. There were few components we didn't even know that such component we had. We had to order it. We tried to communicate with different organizations, or specifically
Vendors.
like coaches from other countries, for especially as lab view and all experts to get those expertise. So those are, like, you have to sacrifice that part, but the best part is, once you you can do this stuff, like, you can hang out with your friends later as well. This is the time. Basically, like, what I got to know, like, understood, is that time, you can earn money and all, but time you cannot earn. That is the most valuable thing you have. Once the time spent, it is gone. No matter how rich you are, you will not be able to reverse the time or bring back that time.
Very
So
well said, Samarth. Amazing. You can't turn the clock. You just have
yes,
to, respect the clock and make best use of the time that you got. Perfect.
yes,
Perfect. Yeah, and when you speak about robots, typically in the society, there is a lot of fear. And Hollywood and Bollywood movies, even in down south, there are a lot of movies which portray robots as bad. They take away people's job and so on. What is your take on that? Are robots bad?
so it always depends on the perspective. You can use science to your advantage as well as to your disadvantage. It is upon us like how we will be using it. But according to me, I think robots are the best invention and, which we can put into use for betterment of our human mankind. There are a lot of stuff like we all know like robots can do the things with like it can go into dangerous situations like going into space and all. But apart from that, there are various jobs which are even not suitable for humankind, like manual scavenging, cleaning of sewage, etc. So I think those things can be, we should, we have the capacity, we have the technology, we should use this technology for that, to do that, as well as basically the robots will help us to progress more faster, more quickly. And it has been always the rule of nature. Like we need to always upskill ourselves. Always we need to enhance. Otherwise, we as a humankind will not move forward. So I think robots will surely help us to transform our country. If you look in the Western countries and all, most of the stuff like even there are we all reading the news now. Drones or robots are used for delivery. Self-driving cars are being used. So if we everything move in that position, there will be fewer accidents. We'll have quicker delivery, and now by moving into like automating this stuff, will eliminate the the old job like old skill set or old traditional job, but it will also open up avenues for new jobs. So it will not only like only a single side is being portrayed, like generally portrayed that it will take this job will die soon. But if you see, if you look backwards in 90s and all, there are various other jobs as well which are not existent now. So, but as we bring robotics into the picture, new avenues will also open up. So just
Well said. In fact, as they say, all the demeaning jobs which human need not do, it can
They
be
should not do
automated.
that.
Yes. And surgeries can save lives. Doctors can be in a different location.
Absolutely.
Patients can be
Yes.
in different location, and a doctor can operate on a patient through a robot sitting in a different city.
Absolutely.
Right? Experts can't be everywhere, and time is precious.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so there
Yes.
are a lot of benefits. Instead of fearing job loss or being irrelevant, I think we should embrace and see how we can find newer challenges to solve as human beings, rather than got stuck with the old paradigm. Very well
Correct.
said. And in fact, your speech reminds me of Elon Musk. When he said, "I'm going to start SpaceX," people were wondering what is he talking about. He said space exploration has become very boring and expensive, and he
Correct.
wanted to make it affordable, reusable rockets, and also going to Mars and colonizing Mars.
Yes.
When he spoke those things, people initially thought he's mad, but now he has progressed very much towards there, right? And I'm sure the day will not be far away where we can even talk about other planet systems where
Yes.
we can go visit and come back, or send a robot to visit and take pictures and send audio video feeds for us to see whether it is habitable, right?
Yes.
So all this is possible to push the boundaries of science and human awareness and knowledge of what is out there, is because of science like robotics. And I'm
Yes.
sure your interest there would have taken you to various fields of interest, especially you now talking from San Jose is very interesting for me. Can you tell me how did you land here and why San Jose? Why this institution?
Yeah. So after Bhaskar, I got to work in software firm, and there I used to code software. Like I worked designing systems and enterprise level software. So at heart, I was always connected more with the embedded part, the part where the code is executed. So basically, there are two parts of a robot. One is the software part, the program, and one is the part where the code is actually running. So my heart always, I was always passionate with the other part, the part where the code is actually executed. So in India, mostly we outsource, like we are into outsourcing. We develop software and all, but the hardware designing. Slowly now we are also moving towards manufacturing, but the designing stuff is also still being done in Silicon Valley here. So I thought that I should do something that like I should start my own organization and my own company where we will be able to design a very good quality software, hardware, and we'll be able to manufacture it here in India, so we can produce the complete package in here India itself. So that's why I thought I should pursue this dream, and I applied for computer engineering, masters in computer engineering, where I'll be doing specialization in embedded. I learn lot of stuff related to designing of the embedded architecture, embedded hardware, as well as programming. And hopefully one day I will start my own company in India, and will be able to provide solutions and embedded hardware quality far enough from the top hardware what we are now having.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that you are planning to come back to India. Yeah, so that's a great starting point. In fact, let me take you back to 2017. And before that, wish you all the best in your masters. I'm sure, as usual, you will come out with flying colors. Yeah, and you have already got international exposure, and you will settle down really well. I'm sure that with pandemic raging, stay safe and stay focused on your goal as usual, and come back victorious, right? So let me take you back to 2017 when I met you. When I represented the country, I could feel the racing adrenaline in my blood, and also the kind of feeling I got, though it was very brief period. You guys have been living in this for longer than me at that time. We met during the team building workshop in Delhi, right? And I was so surprised to see a father-son partnership. He is an expert, right, in the domain?
Yes. He was our expert for mobile robotics too.
Right. So, and the way you both interacted, in fact, I could not see you much talking, rather than more of guiding and nudging you in the direction. I could see an amazing coach in your father. And then you represented India in Abu Dhabi, and there also you are so focused with your work, and you did not socialize too much, and after the day is over, you are focusing on the next day. For all the viewers out there, the competition is not just one day. It goes on for 4 days or 5 days at times, where each day a particular challenge is given to all the representing teams from different countries, and they have to complete the challenge in a stipulated time. And that too, there are some markings on each of the steps, how they go about solving it. Sometimes there will be surprise visits to your kiosk, where experts from other countries would come and chat up and see what you're doing. There could be some visits from the panel as well, who would ask you what is happening at that point in time. And finally, when the competition or the race is about to start, there will be a buzzer, and all competing teams would bring their robots into a big arena, and the task would be completed in a short time. Till then, you're on your own. You can write your code as per the instructions given to you, and you will be also given some material to work on. So the entire experience for me was surreal, right? Because it's so much of pressure, so much of stress. When you see other teams far ahead in their design, or doing much more complex work, there could be a possibility that you may mentally get affected, and allow that to show up on your performance. But you guys handled it really well. Could you tell about how much mental fitness is important for such competitions?
Yeah, sure. So basically, what we like when I say I participated in robotics scale, basically that is the only part which is visible to you. The other part is the mental fitness thing that you mentioned. Basically, this is all going inside you. This is the part which no one can see other than yourself, and that part is as important as the part which is visible outside, the robotics part. So, so I'll just give you an example. So, when you are mentally, like you're nervous, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling anxious, your thinking capacity, or the calculation or whatever stuff is there, you are not able to, judge it or solve that issue in a timely manner. So basically, in world skill, every day, they introduce a 30% change. So basically, in robotics, we are well informed, like 2 to 3 months ago, what our task will be, with a given statement that there may be 30% changes, and this 30% changes is done on all days of competition. And this is a very surprising, like you generate, like being like as a participant, you will never be able to anticipate what that 30% change could be. It can be anything. And if you are nervous at that point of time, if you are taking that, if you have the burden on your shoulder that you have to perform well, and you see the opponent team, they are building, their design is different, they are ahead than us, then if you're not mentally stable, you're not, you are feeling very nervous, you will not be able to code it, you will not be able to solve it. So that part is very important. And in just like before the competition, we are very. I'm very for like I want to thank the team, NSDC team, and Bhaskar sir, that an event was when workshop was organized. There various techniques and tips were given, and those tips really helped on all the days of competition. And even before start of each day, all the team members would huddle up. They would cheer up each other. If like for example, if someone had a bad day, like all the days these scores are added. So it is important that you keep you are you are confident. You are not like the previous. If your score is low, you should not be you should keep your morale high. So the team members, the coaches, they like even the other teams expert also kept the motivation and morale high. So that part also helped me. And when I won the competition, like I won industry 2016. The very next second, when I was handed over the medal, and I was said that, "Arey, now you are going to participate. You will represent India at Abu Dhabi. Congratulations." The moment I stepped down of the podium, this sudden thought of representing India at that world level, representing 130 crore people, and like everyone is hoping that you will bring a medal. That sheer thought itself, I was feeling very nervous. My hands were a little bit, trembling. But the techniques and tips, they are very important. We should never ignore those things. You have to, the skill part is also important, but the mental wellness part is also very important. You crucial in that.
Absolutely. And I could see that all 28 competitors who came along with us as a contingent, we had a wonderful time. And especially, I remember the morning huddle where we used to shout slogans.
Yes.
And all other country representatives would be looking at us, what this India team is doing. Yeah, so those huddles were really nice. And as you rightly said, every day, at the end of the day, when you retire to your hotel room, you should be grateful for the day, how it went, not have any regrets. At the same time, look at how things can be managed the next day, and be prepared and mentally be ready for the next day. And from my experience as well as our conversation, every day the scores are being added, and there is a formula that they use to arrive at what is world class.
Yes.
And only those teams and competitors who are crossing the threshold will be given that medallion of excellence. And you are a winner of a medallion of excellence. Can you tell us about what was it like, and what it meant to India at that time? Because World Skills have been happening for so many decades, and we were just getting started in 2015 and 2017 when we represented. It was a whole India effort. Local competitions happened, district level, state level competitions happened. That was the first time where there was an organized effort to find talent. Till then, anyone who knew about World Skills, they could approach and represent India. If they have funding, if they have the expert backing, they feel confident that they can represent, they went ahead and represented. But only in your case, it was a more organized effort. World Skills India team was formed under NSDC. Ranjan Chaudhary, a very good friend of mine, who spearheaded all the effort along with the entire team of World Skills India, who championed each one of you, who were very supportive at that time. They were given a lot of inputs and inspiration to encourage more and more talent to come from deeper and interior parts of the country, right? So this medallion of excellence, what does that mean to India, and how did you promote World Skills after you came back from Abu Dhabi?
Yeah. So basically, medal of excellence means that that's a proof that shows that you are skilled enough to compete, to match the international levels that have been mandated. And it is not an easy task to win this medal, as basically there's a formula for that. All the days competition scores are added, so you need to be always at your best at each day. And when you see like the teams participating, like very advanced, like Germany, which is they have a very strong industrial and robotics background. such teams are participating, it makes even more difficult to match those industrial standards and criteria that have been put up. So medallion of excellence, if it's not less than a bronze or silver or gold medal. It also means that you have missed the bronze medal or top three position by few marks, because it's all the team scores are taken into consideration. The percentile is taken, and then it is decided that which teams make it to medal of excellence. So it's a very important achievement that we have won in 2017, because that was the first time we won a medal of in robotics field, mobile robotics field. So it is an important feat, and it will surely help us, to win medal in coming competitions, because like we can see is with each edition of world skill, we are constantly improving. Like in 13 we missed medal of excellence, in 15 we missed it by few points, and in 2017 we finally won the medal of excellence. And I'm sure that in coming competitions, we'll not have to start by zero. Like the coming participants carry on the work that we have done. So that will help us to win the top three slots: gold, silver, or bronze. So this medal of excellence is very important for us.
Yeah, and after you came back to India, what did you do, and how did you promote this from there on?
Yes. So after winning as it was the first time we had won a medal in mobile robotics, especially our college and in our the university and state and all, we were highly celebrated, and it motivated not only us but other participants as well. Like there were news interviews were done. This was published widely in media networks and all, and print media, etc. So a lot of people contacted me to how we should participate and all. So in 2019 we saw more number of participation, and I was again I had a chance to guide. I got opportunity to guide them as well. No doubt experts and all, they helped a lot, but I was able to give my inputs as well to the team. And again in 2019 we won medal of excellence, and we missed the bronze medal by 3 points. And I'm very much confident that in coming world skill edition we'll make it to top three.
Yes, sir. Yes, we will, and I'm sure your constant guidance and being in touch with new youngsters who are getting into the field is going to be a benefit for them. Great, thank you so much. And we are now moving into a final section of our discussion. Right, this is a rapid fire round. I'm going to give you a word, and whatever you can associate with that word, you just have to share it without too much of thinking. Are you
Sure.
game for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much excited. Yeah.
Good. So, what's your favorite color?
White.
Okay. Favorite sport?
Cricket.
Favorite sport personality?
Virat Kohli.
Okay. And which country you would like to visit for vacation?
I want to visit Ireland.
Okay, nice. And who is your favorite sports person in athletics?
Hima Das.
Okay, okay. And you have been following Olympics, right? The recent
Yes.
concluded.
Yes.
So, who's your favorite in that?
My favorite was like she didn't make it, but my favorite was Deepika in archery.
Okay, okay. And you follow archery quite well?
Yes. Like
Okay,
whenever I get time, I make sure to watch it.
very nice. And javelin and other things have caught attention of our youth now.
Yes, yes, Neeraj, yes.
Yes, good. And what about your favorite scientist who
So,
inspires you a lot?
yeah, so my favorite scientist would be Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man of our India. His story is really inspiring. I read his book, Wings of Fire, which really motivated me, and he is my favorite scientist.
Yeah, that's something we both share in common.
Great.
Yeah, before he was announced as president of India, the previous night, me and my dad were supposed to meet him and to invite for a function we were organizing for our non-profit. I was representing a non-profit at that time, and he cancelled the meeting saying he had to go to Delhi. And he remembered that after he came back, he apologized for not having to get to meet us, such a humane person, right? He kept his promise.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he couldn't attend the graduation ceremony, which we were planning to invite him because of his busy schedule. But I liked the humble gesture where he closed
Yes.
no, he just did not let it go. Yeah,
Yes,
so he's my
even
favorite.
though he got into the highest position that one can achieve, the president, he came from a very humble background. Even after being the president, his lifestyle and all remained the same. So we all have a lot to learn from him.
Lot to learn, yes. And recently, there were a lot of videos going around in WhatsApp where he gave a speech in European Parliament, and how
Yes.
they all appreciated his humility and words of wisdom. Right? Yeah, good. So now coming back to your home, right? You're a daddy boy or a mama boy.
So I'm mama boy, but yeah, but I'm inclined towards my mom.
Yes, and you have a brother as well, right? Who is in college right now.
Yes, so my brother, his name is Viraj, and he is pursuing computer bachelor's in computer science from the same college, MIT Academy of Engineering, Pune.
Right. Um, what he does to irritate you the most?
So, basic, there are quite a few. I don't know if
I put you on the spot. I think you don't have to answer that. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
mess up with you. What do you like in him?
His dedication and his curiosity. Like he will not hesitate to ask, even though if it is even though it is like 2 a.m. in the morning, he will wake you up and make sure that his questions are answered. And that curiosity, inspires me that we should always be very curious, and that is one which quality which I really like in him.
And to conclude, I believe he is also following your footsteps and competing for India, right?
Yes,
Representing
so
India in the
yes,
next
yes.
World
Hopefully,
Series.
he will win the India skills and represent India and win a medal for us.
Yeah, keeping my fingers crossed. With that note, thank you so much, Samarth, for taking time. I know it's late in the evening for you, but you still made time to discuss these important aspects so that it can inspire our youth. And if there is any more questions or any guidance that anyone should seek, where is the place they can go and find you?
So they can reach to me on my email account, or they can also ping me on my LinkedIn network. They can search Samarth Gouder. They will find. They can reach
I'll
to me
leave a
from.
link. Yeah, I'll also leave a link in the description below.
Sure,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Yes,
And
sir.
we'll soon have one more conversation with your parents, because I believe, beyond the college, who opened their robotics lab and also helped you to compete in various local, national, and international competitions without affecting your grades and studies. At the same time, who opened up the entire world of robotics and the imagination for you. Uh, Parents have also played a huge role. Since I know both of them are in academics, right? Both of them are professors, your parents.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I would love to have a conversation with them to know how did they shape you into a young man like this, who is curious and who want to change the world through the path of robotics. And wish you all the best in your dream of setting up a company. As soon as you come back to India, I'm sure that will create more jobs for our youngsters. And not only that, it will continue to inspire our youth to do more in this space. Thank you so much. Signing off.
Yes, sir. Before leaving, I would like to thank you to giving me a platform and allowing me to share my thoughts with
My pleasure.
youngsters. And I hope the audience will. I was able to inspire them. Thank you so much, sir, for giving this opportunity and platform.
And when you reach new heights and new accolades, we will meet again in that occasion. For
Sure,
sure.
sir. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.